And new tonight, more than 100 people came together to honor a mother of 5 who was shot and killed in her own home in southeast Atlanta. A suspect has been arrested and the victim's family wants justice. As Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo reports, the community says there is now a big hole in their hearts.
33-year-old Shamir Poole lost her life in this apartment building earlier this week.
Dang, that's a rough spot right there, Jack. That's a rough spot, Jack. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 too many for me, Jack. Litter all over the ground. I mean, she got about 7, 8 candles, teddy bear, and a whole bunch of balloons. That's a decent memorial, man.
33-year-old Shamir Poole lost her life in this apartment building earlier this week. Well, tonight, hundreds of members of the community came together to pay their respects to the mother of 5.
She was humble. She was humble.
The grief is still so fresh for family and friends of Shamir Poole. On Saturday evening, hundreds of balloons flew in the air over the home where she lost her life on Thomasville Boulevard.
And can we stop saying somebody lost their life? Like it's something they did. Little 2-year-old girl was shot at a 4th of July cookout. Sadly, she lost her life. Like, what? We got to come up with something better than that, man. They always I get it, they trying to sanitize it because you know who did it. And you got to sanitize it. You can't be too hard. Because, you know, they're going to be whining. People going to start whining and stuff if you actually say what happened. But we got to do better than the victim lost their life. Like, come on. Like, really?
Flew in the air over the home where she lost her life on Thomasville Boulevard.
Everything. She was peaceful. She was beautiful. She was cheese. She been like that since she was a little girl. She'll take in anybody. If she cook, you can eat.
Neighbors described Poole as someone who cared for everyone in the community. Her 14-year-old daughter said she served as a mother figure to kids that weren't even hers.
My mama really took care of everybody's kids out here. They always come to her house when they parents out here.
So, like, if they say they hungry, she ain't worried about the parents. She just fed their kids.
I mean, I've been in neighborhoods. Salute to the women like this. A lot of women out there in these neighborhoods because they're necessary, man. Salute. This woman sounds like a phenomenal woman. I've been places I've never needed that because I've always had food. My mom always provided food for me and shelter. But in these neighborhoods, like you can see, it's like this every day. It's not just like this because she's this woman lost her life. But you have women like that in these neighborhoods, you know, like very caring. A lot of these kids.
My mama really took care of everybody's kids out here. They always come to her house when they parents out here.
So, like, if they say they hungry, she ain't worried about the parents. She just fed their kids.
Police say Poole lost her life in her own home at the hands of 43-year-old Andrea Rivers on Tuesday morning. Investigators said Rivers shot the mother of 5, her brother, and a third person during a domestic dispute.
Ah, man. And don't care. Not a tear. Ain't tripping. So what? Like, look at her. Do she look like she worried or threw her life away or something? She probably out already.
Say Poole lost her life in her own home at the hands of 43-year-old Andrea Rivers on Tuesday morning. Investigators said Rivers shot the mother of 5, her brother, and a third person during a domestic dispute. Her brother and the third victim survived. Poole did not. Rivers was taken into custody, but Poole's mother said she won't rest until she gets justice.
I'm locked up. You know, she only had one child. My baby had 5. She took my daughter's life away from her.
At last check, the suspect was still in the Fulton County Jail without bond. The children, ages 5, 7, 13, 14, and 16, now have to grow up without a mother. In Southeast Atlanta, Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5 News.
For the first time, Atlanta's police chief testifies in front of a state House committee about crime.
Yeah, the House Public Safety Committee continues to look for ways that state lawmakers can help address the problem of crime in Atlanta. As Fox 5's Claire Sims reports, the chief says they've already made some changes on their own.
Atlanta Police Chief Rodney Bryant says they have taken their own steps to address crime over the last year, but having conversations like this one helps them share their problems and come up with more solutions.
We aren't running from the fact that we are seeing a significant problem as it relates to gang violence. Homicides, murder rates in the city of Atlanta, and aggravated assaults.
Atlanta Police Chief Rodney Bryant testifies in front of the House Public Safety and Homeland Security Committee Tuesday. These state lawmakers must determine what, if anything, the state can do to help rein in crime in the city of Atlanta. Chief Bryant says he recently finished restructuring the police department in an effort to foster more collaboration. And he says they will soon open a mini precinct to address some of the crime in Buckhead.
So to give them the ability to patrol and respond better, we recognized that they needed additional resources, and so that's why we're doing that, because their level of population during the daytime increase as well, and so giving them the resource to address that increase in population would think will have an effect on what we're seeing there.
Neither Chief Bryant nor any of the others who testified could say for sure what has caused the rise in crime. But
did she really just say that? You really think the chief don't know what's causing the rise in crime? Huh? What's causing the rise in crime in Atlanta? They don't know? Off to the gun memorial. And we'll just do Georgia. The Georgia gun memorial. Because Atlanta's 50-something% Sun people. So you already know every single murder there. Everyone. Except for those spa murders. Everyone except for those spa murders was done by a Sun man. But Georgia, if you just take Georgia, the state, stop me when you notice a trend. When you notice a unifying characteristic between all of the people here. Stop me when you start to pick up on. This is the whole state of Georgia, which is 60% white. Close to 60%. And 34% Sun. Okay? That's the problem. The chief can't say this because Atlanta's so woke. They be calling for his job if he said this. Well, don't worry, Chief. I got you. I got you, Chief. This is what the problem is, man. And think about this. This is the woman who was killed in the for telling that guy to put his mask up. And look how long it took for us to get to her. And that happened in June. This is the mask, the ladies that, man, put your mask over your nose, brother.
Neither Chief Bryant nor any of the others who testified could say for sure what has caused the rise in crime, but point to a combination of factors from more guns on the street to courts being shut down because of the pandemic.
When this committee tackles the violent crime problem, you have to look at a number of different solutions. And that is, one is we have to get our courts operating again. The fact that courts are now coming back and we're starting to have jury trials and we can move cases will help deter, or I should say, prosecute some of those violent criminals.
The committee chairman says they plan to hold another meeting sometime in early September. They hope to hold that one at a community center. Outside the state capitol, Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.